Everyone, welcome to Plants in Paradise. My name is Sonya and I'm here to show y'all my collection of in-home plants that I love and that's a part of my family, just like your plants are a part of your family. So before I get started, hit that notification bell and thumbs up so when I do come out with these kind of videos you will be informed. So let's begin. Okay, y'all, welcome to my channel on Plants in Paradise, and I'm going to show y'all my very first plant that I truly love, and this is what started my plant collection, and it is the Hoya compacta plant, and I've been having this plant for a year now, and it has really thrived. I just wish I took a picture of it when I first got it so y'all can see the results, but here it goes. This is my Hoya compacta plant. I love this plant. I had to learn how to keep it alive by trial, error, researching, looking at other people, other YouTubers who have the same kind of plant as me. And I really thank y'all because I did my research. I looked at other YouTubers who had the same exact plant that I had, and I listened. You have to listen to other people who had the same exact, if you get a plant like them, so then that way you know how to keep your plants alive. And because of y'all and looking at YouTube and doing a lot of research, this is the end results of this baby here. Look at that. I love it. Yes, this would be my third plant, by the way. My other two plants died. I was watering them once a week, and it just took in too much water and it just died, and I got frustrated, and I'm like, I love this plant. How can I keep it alive? And my problem was that I didn't do no research. I was just watering it, thinking that every plant needs to be watered every week, and that's not true. And it wasn't until I went on YouTube and saw a couple of YouTubers, and I said, well, I got to listen to what they saying because they giving out some good information to keep your plants alive. And because of that, look at here. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. I do not water this plant every week. I only water it if I see a little crinkling on here. That's it. If I use this is my baby. This is my gold baby. And I put it down there to make extra sure it needs water. And when I do, I take it to the sink and I spray it with some cool tap water. It seems like it loves tap water. Sometimes I might put a fertilizer in there at the beginning of spring and at the end of summer. I'll put it in there twice during the summer season, and then I let it go. And then I put this stress coat in my water, in my tap water, which I'm going to talk about later on in this video. So yes, this baby, I'm so happy. Look at there. I am so pleased and happy. So I want to show y'all another Hoya plant, compacta plant, something similar to this, but it's a little different. So here go the next plant. Okay, my next plant is another Hoya family, and this is another Hoya compacta plant, but with a twist. It's got some little white leaves to it and everything. As you can see, it's small, right? I purchased this year about a month ago on Etsy. And my other plant I purchased on Etsy too. My other Hoya plant I purchased on Etsy. I purchased this one as well on Etsy, and it's really doing good. I never water my plants when I get them home, because when I received this plant, it was already watered. So I just kept it in this right here, this pot that I got at Walmart, and I keep it in my south window, and it loves it. I pretty much, during the winter time, these go in my bedroom. Both my Hoya plants go in my bedroom, and they love my bedroom because I keep it warm a little bit. Then the rest of the house, I have a small bedroom, by the way, but this plant right here, I know how to keep these alive, do trial and error. So this plant is not going to get water, because it was watered. I mean, I got this a month ago. I purchased this a month ago, and it's still, the pot is still heavy a little bit. So it's not going to get water because it's inside the house, and it's not evaporating a lot of water. So that you want to make sure that this is bone dry before you douse it with water. You just drench it with water. So this one right here, no. I did that to my other two plants. My other two Hoyas, that's why they died. I was watering them once a week. Okay? Okay? I learned my lesson, because I just love these plants. They are just so unique. This is my first plant I ever loved, by the way. So this is the Hoya compactor, and I cannot wait for y'all to see this one next year. Okay, now my next plant is a ZZ plant, and y'all, I've been struggling with ZZ plants. I'm not gonna lie here. This ZZ plant, I've been having this ZZ plant for 2 years, and it used to be big and fluffy, and it went down to just this. Okay, y'all tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm putting it on the south windows, and this is the last of it. So far, it's been surviving, but I don't know how it's gonna do this fall. I really don't know. I'm gonna have to get more lights in here. Oh my goodness. This plant been giving me the blues. I'm gonna call it James. This is James Brown. This plant been giving me the blues, y'all. I have to practically, it don't need that much water, and just like the palm tree plant, this one don't need watering much. It really don't. I try not to water it much, or else I will use this 3-way thermometer here to check. This is the only way this plant is alive, because I've been using this, because it's like, I've been trying to study it. I've been trying to talk to it. I've been trying to say, I love you. You're a part of the family. But this plant don't want to do no. But it's green, so I must be doing something good. What you think? I mean, like I said, I only have a. If you have a south window, tell me where you place your ZZ plant, because pretty soon, I know it loves the sun, the indirect light, but pretty soon it's gonna start getting cold outside, and I ain't gonna know what to do. This is gonna be, this plant already giving me a headache. James Brown, you giving me a headache already. Okay, you're making me nervous. Okay. All right. Okay. Next. Another plant that I've taken, or that I love, is, it's a house plant, and it's called the ponytail palm tree, and this is it right here, the ponytail palm tree. And I call this hairy, because it just like, I like just taking my hands and just fluffing it up like real hair. I don't know why, but I love this plant. This plant right here doesn't really need watering all the time. It's just like one of the Hoyas. I got a bunch of pearling and other little stuff in here, bark in here, to keep it succulent. I love this kind of plant. I can't wait until it get bigger in my home. I want it to grow big. This plant, I have to actually, it really don't need watering all the time, and I have a thermometer that tells me, and I use this thermometer, and I'll leave the link for this below. I got this on Amazon, and usually I could just stick it in here and tell if it needs water or not. That's my only indication. But this one right here, you don't really have to water this one right here. If you overwater it, the leaves at the end might get brown because you overwater it. This right here consists of some bright light, but I give it indirect light on the south window, and it does just fine. I really don't have to really do too much to this. I'm watching this plant I'm watching new plants thrive up at the top. I see baby plants up here just poking out at the top, and this letting me know that I'm actually taking care of this plant. I think I had a plant like this years ago, and it was a tall plant, and I was watering that one every week, and it died on me. So you want to be very vigilant not to be watering your plants every week, especially the ones that really don't need it, especially if they house plants. Some do, some don't. Okay, and there really isn't no challenge on this plant. You just watch it grow. I love it. It's a nice plant, and the hairs are peeking out. I'm seeing baby hairs coming out of here, and I just love to take my hands and just fluff it. It's a beautiful plant, and I love it, and I can't wait until it gets big. The next plant that I have is Syndopus silver potus, and I'm going to show this to you. And this one is on the stake. So I'm going to put it, since I'm sitting down, I'm going to put it on my leg so y'all can see how it is. And I got this one at Lowe's. This is what I got at Lowe's. And when I got it, it was just like real huge. It was huge. And I fell in love with it. And I said, I'm just going to bring it home. So I've been having this one right here. I've been having this one for the past 2 years. Like I said, it was huge when I first bought it. And this is it right here. This is it right here. And it's on the long stake. It got a long ways to go. So I got a long ways to go. But hopefully it will gravitate to this mulch pole here. Hopefully. This plant right here love my south windows. Like I said, I only have one window, or 2 windows that are facing the south, and it loves it. It really, really, really loves the outside. The only thing is, if I put it outside, I'm gonna have those little white crawly things all over the limbs, and it's irritating. You can see them crawl. I don't know what they are. Y'all tell me below what them little white curl. They real white and they real short, and that you can see them move on the leaves. I don't know what they are, but I had to get some stuff. I don't know what that spray bottle was. It was some kind of insecticide for plants to kill bugs or some kind of stuff that was on these. So I decided to keep them inside the house because I ain't got time. Them was a whole bunch of whatever them bugs were that were on my leaves and stems. I think they were crawling on the stems more than the leaves, but it's like they were just a bunch of them. And I'm like, no way. You can't be doing this to me. And so this is it. And and this one right here is Nero Senior. This is Nero Senior. And I'm going to show you Nero Junior. And Nero Junior is right over here. And this is Nero Junior. And I propagated this one before I planted this one. I planted this one in this pot last year. It's right here. Last year. And it's been thriving ever since. Look at the leaves, how big they are. And I'm even getting, well, I'm getting some new ones on the other plant. Here go a few. They've been in for a while. And then here go some stems here. Like so. But as for watering these plants, this is the most thirstiest plant I ever had. I mean, this plant thrives on water. So I said, I'm going to slow it down by not giving it so much water and let it dry in between because it's still wet. Even though it's in the house, it don't need to be watered, but it be wanting some more water. I can water this to death and it'll still live. I'm not kidding. But I said to myself I was going to let it dry out a little bit and then water it because it loves water. So this is my Cinder silver satin potos or potos, and this is the junior. This is it. So let's look at the next. So I believe this plant is the Marsilia prayer plant. This plant right here, and I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. I got this year. So I'm learning all about this little prayer plant. And this is what it looks like. And this sits in a south window of my home. And I have a humidifier, and it loves the humidifier. I humidify this at night with some other plants. This other plant I'm going to show y'all. And it moves different direction. When I see it at night, it's like up in the air, like it's praying, okay, at night. And I only do that at night. And I love this plant. I love the greenery in this plant. And this one right here, I have to use my thermometer thing, my plant thermometer, to see if it needs to be watered. I try not to let it, I stick my fingers down 2 inches to see if it needs water. If it do, I will put a little water in it. And other than that, it'll sit south of the window of my windows, and I just watch it. And I put a humidifier on it, and it just act like it's praying or something like that. But this is what it is. I like it due to the different colors of the leaves. It's soft and silky, and I just love it. I don't know if this one is dangerous to pets. I really don't know. I don't have any pets, so I ain't gonna worry about that. So these are my only plants, and I just love this one right here. And this one is Cabin. I call this one Cabin. And like I said, I just love the way the plants thrives. This is my very first plant that I ever had, and it seemed like it loves the inside of my home. It's thriving and growing, and it's pretty much doing okay, y'all. There's a little leaf right here that's yellow right here, so I don't know if it's getting too much sun or not, but it's not watery, and it's not a lot of water in this pot. And it's moist when I stick my finger down, so it don't need to be watered. So maybe I just need to, I always heard that if you have a dark inside plant, you give it less light. But if you have a mixed plant and this one I'm gonna show y'all, it can use indirect light. Have y'all ever noticed that all my dark plants, they sit way in the back, and it's a spotlight back there, and it gets light. It gets light, but not as much as my other plants up front. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. Let me know below. But other than that, I love it. And this is a part of my family. Kevin is a part of my family. So, yeah, I like it. It's nice. It makes your home look alive and beautiful. Next plant. Okay, this is the Fentonia. And I'm learning this plant because I purchased this plant this year at Walmart. And I've seen a lot of videos about this plant and how to take care of it. And this plant here, it be stressing me out too, because these plants can just, this one right here needs a lot of, to me, I think it needs more humidity than any plant that I have in my home. This plant right here thrives off of humidity. So I put it near a humidifier at night to give it that little bloom. And a few leaves bloomed up, like this one right here, that bloom right here, that's a new, those are new plants. And there's some plants in here that look kind of crispy. One flute the coop right here, you see that? Don't know why. It's moist down here, so it don't need to be watered. To me, it don't need to be watered. But this is my first Fentonia, and as for light, I give it a little light. I don't give it too much light. I just give it indirect light. If I sit it too far up in the window, the leaves will start burning for some reason. So I bring it back a little bit so it won't get so much indirect light. But other than that, this, I haven't named this one yet because I don't know if this one's gonna live or die. And if it lives, I'll be able to bring it back next year and show y'all how much, you know, I'm thinking about propagating this too. Especially this leaf right here. This one right here, I'm thinking about propagating that and put that in water and see how that do, so I can get this full, get this plant a little bit fuller. So I got to look about how to propagate this plant right here. I like it. It's nice. I like the leaves, the way the leaves look. I don't know. They kind of like look like turtle back to me a little bit. What you think? But like I said, this is a trial and error plant. I chose it because of the leaves and how beautiful and different it looked, the feel of it. And other than that, I hope this right here thrive to a big, big, big bush. And I might go out and buy some more of these and connect them together next spring. So you never know what I might do. This is a trial and error plant too, to see how it goes. So I'm learning it as I go along, and I will be doing more research about this plant to see how much, how big it can thrive in the house that's facing south windows. Okay, next plant. Okay, another plant was given to me by a dear friend who I've been knowing for so long, and he purchased this plant for me 4 years ago, and it was a housewarming plant. And this is the what you call this, the pothos plant. And I'm gonna show y'all this because it's on the stake. Okay, so I'm just gonna rest it on my leg. And this is the pothos plant, and I have it on the stake right here. And this one was huge when I got it. When my friend purchased this to me, it's just, I propagated the crap out of this plant right here. And I decided to not pick on it anymore and let it, I want it to grow up on this right here, on this pole. So it's going to gravitate to this. This plant right here, as you can see, I've been having it for 4 years. It's been in my family for 4 years, and like I said, I propagated it and gave plants to a bunch of folks. a lot of people, even my mother, she has one of my plants and is really, really thriving over there where she's at. This plant went through a lot. I remember one time I set it outside for the whole summer and it was just like drained. So I just said I'm gonna keep this one inside. I'm not gonna take it outside this year. I'm gonna put it inside where it can get indirect light, and it seems like it's doing pretty well. I repotted it this year too. Up on top of that, as you can see, that one and my other plant, that was on the stick that you saw, I repotted them this year. So I'm gonna show you the junior of this plant, and I propagated this recently and I put it in this right here. So let me show you that. So this plant came from that plant. And these are real easy to care for. You could put them pretty much anywhere in the house. This one right here, I try not to give it so much water because I know I can overwater these, because you know, you can water these, but if you overwater them, honey, they will tell on you. So I try to back off of water and just water them when they need it. And I just potted this one because I propagated the leaves. So, and it turned out real well. It was in shock for a minute, but then it spiked up. But look at this one, that one just, and then these is coming alive too as well. So that's what these potos is, and I love them because you can have them dangling on the wall, you can have them growing up on the wall, and they just live and live and live. You take care of them, and it would just the payoff is just wonderful. I water these every other week because I really don't water these because they be drenched anyway. So I try to just leave it alone, not water them that much. Just give it some time for it to just thrive and grow. And when you do that to these plants, as long as you keep one of these around, and I'm going to put this in the lower description board so you can get you one of these. And as long as you have one of these, you can rely that your plants isn't underwater or overwater. You don't want to try to overwater it. Especially these kind of plants. You can, but then you're going to see a real lazy plant just falling over, talking about I'm too thirsty or something like that. But these are my potos. I love these, and I propagated the mess out of these plants, and I'm trying to grow that one to where it'll be big and fluffy. And oh, let me show y'all something that I use. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So what I use, I put a little small drop in my water, and then I water my plants, and I wait a day, and I water and I use the stress coat. This right here gets my plants real nice and big, and I love it. I don't know if some of y'all know about this, but this is one of the products that I put, and I only put a tiny drop in my water, and I let it sit overnight, and then when it's time for my plants to get watered, I water them with that, and that keeps them real happy, real happy. Okay, so my next plant is a Peru Monstera, and that's this buddy right here. And I named this Caesar. This is Caesar. And I love this plant. Look how, these are some fat leaves. I've been having this one right here for about 6 months. I believe it's 6 months. No, it's a little bit over a year. I've been having this. I got it when it was real small. I purchased this, I think it was almost the end of last spring or last summer. The end of last summer I got this. And it's been doing pretty good. I love it. It's been sitting away from the window, my south window. If I sit it in front of my south window, this will start turning crazy. I notice. This one right here, if I put my finger down and it's moist, I won't water it. Or sometimes I might use this and I put it down and it look like it's gonna need water pretty soon. Not quite. Yeah, it look like it's gonna need some watering pretty soon. I'm gonna have to water it. And it's almost time. Yeah, so I'm gonna be watching this plant right here. I don't overwater this plant. I just water it. But when I do, I use the stress coat right here in my water. This one right here don't give me no problem. I can set it over there, and it's a spotlight. It's a plant light over there, and it gets a little light, but not as much light. And I believe it loves it over there in that corner because it's been thriving. I've been getting some new leaves. This is a new leaf that just popped up, and this been around for a minute, but this leaf right here was struggling. That one right there was, you could tell it was struggling because I had it close to my window. And as soon as I put it back over there, it started thriving. So I believe this one don't like a lot of light. So this one is doing very well. I don't have to do a lot of maintenance to it. I don't know if this one is toxic to animals. It could be, possibly. Or a little bit harmful to humans if they touch it and rub their eye or something like that. But I'm kind of cautious when it comes to this. I would love to put this one on a stake too, so it can grow up, so I can see it progress. So it's a possibility next summer I might put a stake in it. I'm not going to change the pot because it looked like it loves this pot right here, but I want to put just a little, it's enough room for a stake to go right in the middle, and I would love to just have it go up and grow up like that. So this is my Peru Monasterio, and his name is Reuben. So this is Reuben. Okay. Another plant, I got this one this year. And this one right here been giving me a little blues. I don't know what it's doing for me. This is the Dieffenbacher. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Dieffenbacher. This is it right here. I don't keep it. Look, I got this. But it don't need to be watered because, look, it's already watered. I don't know, maybe I'm watering it too much. I tried putting it in the sun in indirect light. I try to put it in indirect light every now and then, but then I set it back. But I don't know why this leaf is yellow. Maybe it needs more light. Maybe I'm keeping it from getting a lot of light. Here go a new one. This is new. This is a new plant right here. That's new. This is new right here. So I'm getting some, here goes some new plants down off in here. So I'm getting the new plants, except I'm trying to be cautious. It don't really need to be watered because it's, let me check it. I'm finna check it for y'all. Why y'all, no, it don't need to be watered. It do not need to be watered. So, no, this don't need to be watered. Maybe, tell me below what you think. Do I need to put it in light or something, indirect light? Maybe I might need to do that to keep it alive, but other than that, I love it for the The big leaves. I've been having this one right here for like 3 months now. So this is 3 months in my home. And I love it. And hopefully I'll be able to bring this back and show y'all how it's doing. So cross your fingers, y'all. Y'all, so this is my last plant that I'm going to show y'all. And this is called the bird's nest fern. I purchased this like 2 months ago. Okay, this one is, look, this is it. But look, here goes some browning over here. Here goes some more browning at the bottom. I'm getting brown right here. I don't know if maybe it might need some sun or indirect light. But I notice every time, well, maybe I better put it in indirect light, because it seemed like whenever I put it in indirect light, it just start going like this, like it's getting burnt or something. Maybe I need to put it away from the I don't know. But this is another struggle for me. I'm learning this one too. It's like learning new stuff. It don't need to be watered because it's moist already. I'm going to check it while I'm with y'all here. It's going to need to be watered pretty soon. Maybe towards the end of this week. It's going to need to be watered. And this is something new to me. I like it because I used to see people on YouTube, and it used to be, theirs be thriving and looking nice. But this one right here is like, it's a trial and error, and I'm trying to keep it going and keeping it alive. And maybe I will put it somewhere where it'll thrive more. It'll look nice. It'll be like I'm happy in this spot, because I have it way in the back where it has a lamp back there, but it's not getting as much light as it is if I were to set it up front. So I'm thinking about just setting this up front and some indirect light for about a week, and then see how it goes. If more leaves start turning brown, then I'm gonna take it away from the indirect and just move it in the middle somewhere, not too close to the window. But other than this is new. I haven't named this one yet because I'm trying to figure it out. Before I name it, I'm gonna figure it out first and see how it goes, along with my other plant that's over there that I mentioned before that I'm having a struggle with. So this one right here is a trial and error. So yeah, it'll come along, and hopefully I can show it to y'all again. Hey, thank you for joining me. I hope this video wasn't real long. If you see any plants in here that you have, and you have any tips for me, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because hey, I'm gonna be giving y'all updates on how they growing, what they doing, if they survive, if they haven't survived, what I did wrong, and my little trial and errors with these plants. And yeah, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you won't miss another video. And until the next video, come on back. See you next time. Bye.